Hi my loves, welcome back to another makeup tutorial. In today's makeup tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how I achieved this smoky wing liner eyeshadow look. It came out so bomb and it was so easy to do, so let's get into it. To prep her skin, I went in with the Bobbi Brown moisturizer and primer. This is one of my favorite products to use now because it's like a 2-in-1. And for her under eyes, I'm using a new product that's in my collection. This is some eye cream from L'Occitane, if I'm not mistaken. I just recently got this in PR, so I wanted to give it a try. I'm also going in with another new product. This is the NYX Brow Gel. Of course, for her eyes, I'm going to go in and conceal using 2 different shades. Now, just an FYI, y'all, I don't know what's wrong with my camera quality, but I'm hoping that you guys can still kind of see like what I'm doing, you know, because I'm literally editing and watching this back like, why does my quality look a little blurry? Like, ew, I don't like that, but I still want to give you guys this video, so we're gonna push through. Now again, this eye makeup was very simple. I started out with a brown eyeshadow just to blend that and smoke that eye all over her eyelid, and then I'm going in with my gel eyeliner. This is the Inglot gel eyeliner, and I'm just going to create her a nice sharp wing. So once I'm done with her wing, I'm going to go in with my eyeshadow palette. I went in with a dark chocolate brown color, and I'm just smoking that liner out. You see how it gave that smoky effect? So pretty. I wanted her eyes to pop just a tad bit more, so I went in like with some gold eyeshadow and applied that right on top of that brown. Now, of course, I love me a clean eyeliner, so we're gonna go in and clean up that wing because I want it to look super crisp and sharp. And when I tell you, this method does the trick every single time, okay? Like, look at how clean that is. It looks so good. It was already clean before, but cleaning it up with the concealer just makes it takes it to a whole nother level. Also want to give her a little bit more pop in the eyes, so I gave her an inner wing in her inner corners of her eyes, and I also went in and did that same cleanup method just like I did for her outer corner. I did the same thing for her inner wing. Now for her foundation, I went in with 2 different shades. I'm using the Nars foundation, and I just mixed 2 different shades together. And y'all, I think I'm back using beauty blenders now. This is also new to my collection. I cannot think of the brand name because I literally just got it, so I'm gonna make sure I link that down below as well for y'all. But oh my gosh, I miss using beauty blenders. Like, I don't know what it is, but it does give it a different type of blend, at least in my opinion. So I think I'm gonna switch it out for a while and go back to using beauty blenders. To contour her face, I'm going in with the Too Faced lightweight concealer, and I'm just contouring her cheeks, her nose, her forehead, her jawline, above her lip, and then also her chin. And then I'm going to highlight all the highlighted points of her face with that same brand but a different shade. So her underneath her eyes, middle of her nose, middle of her forehead, above her lip, and then the middle of her chin. So I like to let my products sit and dry down a bit before blending out certain areas. So while I let the highlighted areas sit and dry down a bit, I'm going to go ahead and blend everywhere that we contoured her face. Now, one thing I will mention about this beauty blender, I blended her face with the beauty blender while it was dry. I usually damp my beauty blenders, but I want to see how it works when it's dry, and it absolutely works beautifully. Now I do want to put it to the test and damp it to see if it'll make a difference, because like I said, when I'm using beauty blenders, I have a habit of wetting the beauty blender and just blending the face out like that, but this beauty blender did the job even while it was dry, so I love it. Let's add some color back into her face. We're gonna go in with the blush. I absolutely love this method, baby. I love adding that blush because it just really brings that warmth and color back into the skin. I went in with 2 different shades. I'm using the It Cosmetics Sun Blush, and I also mixed it with the Maybelline blushes. super pretty. The two colors together gave chef kiss. I make sure I link those two shades down below. And so for underneath her eyes, I'm going to go ahead and blend using that same beauty blender. I'm going to go in and blend all of her highlighted areas. And like I said, it's something about a beauty blender that just does the blending for you. Like, I love using a brush. I've been using the brush for like 2 years now since I made that switch, but girl, I miss the beauty blender. Like, oh my gosh, it's so lit, and I feel like it helps my blend time go by faster, if in my opinion. Now, I know I mentioned in my last video, baby, this Huda Beauty powder, girl, it is everything what I feel like the Laura Mercier translucent powder used to be. Like, this powder gives butter, you guys. And I also went in with the beauty blender to apply the powder, y'all. And this is why I say I love me a beauty blender, because you can use it for so many steps. So I'm excited. I'm also going to carve out her cheeks as well with that translucent powder. This powder is just so good. Like, I need it in all the colors. I believe this one is, I can't remember what shade this one is, but it's so beautiful, it's so pretty, it's definitely worth the hype. So while we let that powder bake for a bit, I'm gonna go ahead and set everywhere that we contoured. So her cheekbones, her jawline, her nose, and then I'm gonna go in and apply some powder blush. Now I'm also trying a new blush in my collection. This blush is from MAC Cosmetics. It's so pretty, and it was the perfect shade, especially for her skin tone. It was just so pretty. I also went in and carved out the size of her nose just to give it more of a snatched look. And again, this blush just really gave that perfect warm tone. Like, it wasn't too pink, but it also wasn't too orange, if you get what I'm saying. Now, to go back in, I went back in to finish up her eyes. So I'm taking that same brown eyeshadow that we use for her eyelids, and I'm just gonna apply a little bit of that on her waterline just to add that extra pop to her waterline. She already has on lashes, so we don't need to bother that. And then I also went in and kind of filled in her brows just a little bit, even though they did not need to be filled in, but I did go in and just touched it up just a tad bit. For her lips, we're going to keep it very simple. Brown lip liner, and of course, for the inner base of her lips, y'all, I went in and pretty much mixed like 3 different shades to get the perfect nude pinky shade for her lips. So I went in with like a pink tone. I mixed it with some concealer. I topped her lips with some gloss, and I wanted to give her lips more of a clean finish, so I did go in with my concealer brush and I cleaned up her lips. And this is my favorite method to do if you've made any like mistakes with the liner, or if you just want those lips to pop more. This is going to do the trick, I promise y'all. Adding some mascara to her bottom lashes, and to set her face, I went in with the L'Oreal setting spray, and this was the final look, y'all. Super easy, super simple, girl. I know you can do this. It came out so pretty, and it fits her so well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.